So I was making some space on my shelving for some more 1/100 Master Grade kits because I've got quite a few coming, and I got looking at them, and one kit that always puts a smile on my face whenever I look at it would happen to be the original Master Grade Nu Gundam. I've talked about the Nu Gundam before with the entry grade earlier in the year, but this kit came out back in 2000. It's 22 years old now, and it's still pretty great. Every time I look at it, I just love it because really, my love for it grew after building the version Katoki, which is now 10 years old. Time's flying. So this one, it's got some good stuff about it, and a few things I would change if they ever try to just update this design and not give us one with psycho frame, terrible fin funnels. That is the worst part of that kit. Those fin funnels are the worst. The cycle frame's okay because you can leave it out, you can collapse the parts, but it's just like retroactively adding it to the Nu Gundam, like having more of it showing off like the unicorn. This one looks like the Nu Gundam, it functions well, and it's a solid, very solid kit because I can't think of any other Master Grade. There probably is, but as far as I know, this is one of the few that contain metal parts, metal inner frame pieces. You've got it in the crotch, right in the center. I'm gonna see if I can. There you can see that right there. Little dark piece of gunmetal, and also in the lower leg pieces right in there. So you have to worry about these breaking because they're metal. Nice solid ankle joint too. So this guy has definitely more weight to him compared to most Master Grades, except the giant ones like Perfect Zeong, the O. So stuff like that, but it'll stay on the shelf. Like if it's not going anywhere, even if something falls and like behind it, it's probably gonna stand. It's got a nice heavy weight. Now the one thing, proportion a little off, not as bad as the original Sazabi, but the Nu Gundam, I think the head a tad too big, back skirts a tad too small. Maybe the vents could have been a skosh bigger, but for the most part, it does look good. Sticker wise, you got the cameras, and of course the Amuro insignia. But I mean, for 2000, everything yellow, plastic. Everything red, plastic. So, once again, very, very good for a 22-year-old kit. And posability, check out that neck hinge. Because he does kind of look like he's missing a neck, because the collar is kind of high. But you can fix that a little bit. The torso, in fact, the torso, it is almost a complete inner frame. I believe the only thing that is missing are like the full inner frame foot. I think everything else is there. It's not the bulkiest inner frame, but it's still there. And the armor does kind of hinder what posability it does have, which is usually the way it is. But lately they do try to make added panels or something to like incorporate the articulation more from that inner frame. And it does suffer from having the old style 2.0 hands, almost. These ones give you a wrist hinge going up, which the like not many Master Grades from this time had. They're just the normal ball joints, and that's it. Nothing really in the torso, just a big chunk. You do have a very easily openable cockpit. Nice ball joint there. You got all the skirtage. The legs are decent. No thigh rotation. You got some nice bend with hydraulics. You got the, like I said, nice tight ankle joints. No toes going on, but it's still pretty good for the time. And weaponry is what you would expect. You got a bazooka, which, because it's got the 2.0 or the 1.0 hands, it can be tricky. But you can, if you drape it over the shoulder armor, you can definitely have it useful. And just like other Nu Gundams, you can slide her into the back. You got the beam rifle, which also is a little harder because it doesn't have like anything to rest on the shoulder, but you can still do it. And of course, the shield. And pretty dusty. But you can tell they even have the color little missiles here. That's pretty nice. Because sometimes I would just be like molded the same color, it'd just be one piece with this. Another sticker. Oh, and before I forget, you do have the pop-out extra beam saber. Just gotta slide that back and flip her up. It does give you the included effect parts for the this little one, and also the main one on his back, which does have the big one, and then it has a little teeny one for the back. I don't know where they are. I've had this for quite a while. And the shield clips extremely securely. I wish there was a way to have it more sideways. Unfortunately, it has to be underneath the arm. That's my one gripe with the shield, really. And then the fin funnels. These are so much better than the Katoki. Some of the best, really. Still. Just these connectors, like you got a nice long one, a smaller one, they go away, and they come right back out, and they slide into the hole on the other fin funnels, and they clip in together very nicely. Only two can be matched on the actual Nu Gundam. And they do have the capacity to fold. I mean, the fin funnels really haven't changed in terms of how they fold and everything. And usually there's like hinges that pop out. But this one really got it down pat with how you connect them together. Because the Nu Gundam version Katoki, once again, they had that stupid, I think it does, it has a stupid part where this long piece that slides down so you can connect it like higher up and so on. And that was overcomplicated engineering, and it was stupid. And then you just slide her down once you push it into the little connector. You got yourself a Nu Gundam. And I was going to show this one off. There we go. I had some extra fin funnels from another kit that I bought. So I completed my entry grade. But you can see, they're looking pretty similar. Like very smooth, not a whole bunch of panel lining and greebling on the armor. Which I do like sometimes, but it works. If you're trying to make it animation accurate, it does, I think, look pretty decent. And you can see the head is smaller on the entry grade. It should have been a little smaller here. Not a big deal. So, I don't know about you, but I love this thing. If you can find it, if you can track it down, I'd say get it. I don't think you can get it in stores anymore, but if you hate the version Katoki like I do, you're gonna probably like this.